As investors, we like to talk about differentiation and barriers to entry, and we ask entrepreneurs, well, why can't someone else do this, or what's really different about your business versus your competitors? And sometimes it doesn't have to be that complicated because I remember as an entrepreneur, you know, the real difference for me with AdMob was just that it worked. And sometimes because it works, because it actually works, can be enough differentiation. I had competitors. There were other mobile advertising companies at the time, but we were just the easiest, the best, the fastest. And I remember I would, my pitch to you, if I was pitching to you that company, would be while we're talking, I'd open my computer, I'd start a live ad campaign. I'd put $10 in it and I'd hit go. And remember, AdMob started before the iPhone existed. So this was on the mobile web, Blackberries and Trios and Razors and all those old flip phones. And so people were just not familiar with activity on mobile at all. And by the time while we were talking, just like I'm talking to you now, I would pause and I'd go back to the dashboard, and I'd have had whatever 5,000 impressions and gotten a 6% click through rate and spent the $10, and people would be like, "Wait, that just happened like right now while we were talking? That was it?" I'm like, "Yeah," and that was it, and it worked. And so in many cases, for many companies, it actually working, it actually having that element of you making a promise to your customers and then being able to deliver it on a surprisingly easy way. And it has to be like surprisingly delightful, that it actually is possible to do whatever it is that you're claiming to do that easily. That can be the answer, because you're going to have competitors who are probably claiming they do exactly what you do, or customers that assume that this problem can be solved in a whole bunch of different ways. And you be building something that's elegant enough and simple enough and functional enough to deliver on the promise of whatever it is that you're doing that well can be more than enough differentiation. And so I just encourage entrepreneurs not necessarily to think about all the bells and whistles and feature list checkbox comparisons that they have versus their competitors. Step one is, does this work? Is it fast? Is it reliable? And does it deliver something delightful that no one else does? That is key though. No one else, right? Like, you want to be able to say only we do this, and even if only we do this is actually deliver what the heck we say we're going to deliver, that is still great differentiation and something to think about for your business. And if you don't, then that's also something to think about, because when it comes down to it, doing what you say you're going to do is obviously the key element to starting a business. And surprisingly, you may be the only one of your competitors that does it.